Welcome to the Messy WWE Talk Show on History. Welcome to Wrestling Untold.
Yeah.
Another week for Wrestling Untold.
Another week. What episode are we on?
13. We have
Episode
come a long way.
We have come a long way. This week we're going to recap our predictions for Money in the Bank, and then we have a nice little surprise for you. We'll explain that to you right after we recap. But first, let's introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Carter, a.k.a. Skills All Day.
And I am Keaton, a.k.a. Daddy of Skills All Day, and he can never beat me in anything.
That doesn't rhyme. I don't know who makes those jokes.
So let's make sure we need to...
I think it's down here. Like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and make sure you share if you can. Share with some friends if you can.
He's pointing at stuff. I don't know what he's pointing to.
Just do that.
Let's get right into this. Let's get right into the Money in the Bank predictions. So I'm actually going to start from the bottom up here. So we're going to go women's Money in the Bank match. Nikki Ash won that, and neither one of us picked her. We had Selena Vega. We thought she was actually going to get the push she so rightly deserves.
0-0.
She did not. The men's Money in the Bank match, we both had Big E, and I think we both knew that Big E was going to win this match. So it is 1-1. The AJ and Omos, they defended the Raw tag team titles against the Viking Raiders, and I picked the Viking Raiders, and Carter picked AJ and Omos, and
2-1.
yeah. So the Rhea Ripley, she defended her title against Charlotte, and for some reason I picked Charlotte, you picked Rhea, and I actually won that because Charlotte did win the title. She didn't hold it that long, but she won the title.
2-2.
2-2, and then we had Roman Reigns versus Edge, and we knew who was going to win that. We picked Roman all the way.
3-3.
Yep. But then we had a Bobby Lashley versus Kofi. So this really just determines who we both, because I picked Kofi, Carter picked Bobby Lashley, and of course I was wrong by picking Kofi. So Carter actually won the Money in the Bank.
4 is greater than
pay-per-view.
3.
I don't know why they still call it a pay-per-view, because you don't pay to view it. It's free on Peacock or that network. Let me not mention networks.
We did a lot of off-camera predictions. So basically, I won Royal Rumble. I won WrestleMania.
You're a child too.
And I also won Money in the Bank. So
I don't have a lot of time to sit around and make predictions
3 wins.
with the children.
3 wins. 3.
So, tell us about this this week.
So we are making a custom Survivor Series based on our WWE draft. If you didn't watch our 10th episode special, that was probably my favorite episode. So you should probably check it out. It was a very creative episode, and it was very awesome.
Go back and watch it. You need to know that episode to know who we picked.
And we're both general managers, basically.
So,
and I have Raw. He has SmackDown.
I am the general manager of SmackDown.
And we are pretty
He's
much...
the general manager of Raw.
And we are pretty much making a Survivor Series with the champions we have and the 5-man Survivor Series and 5-woman Survivor Series based on our brands that we have.
So the current idea of Survivor Series is that it's a brand versus brand type of program for that matter. So the champions always go against the champions, and each brand scores a point for each time they have a winner. And then there's a survivor match of brand versus brand. And there's, in recent years, there was NXT was involved in this. Right now, it's going to be Raw versus SmackDown, a.k.a. SmackDown me versus Raw, this guy.
Okay.
So we're going to start big. We're going to start right at the top. So we're looking at the... So my world champion is Roman Reigns. Your world champion.
Universal champion?
My universal champion is
My
Roman Reigns.
world champion is Big E.
And again, by the way, we're letting chance select all these winners. We're actually going to flip a coin through an app. Come on, don't be showing Google's apps. We don't care. So we are going to use that, and that is going to determine every single winner. So right now we have Big E, which is the WWE champion, and he's going up against my Universal champion. So I'm going to let you pick heads or tails.
Heads.
Okay, he's going for the flip. Zoom in the air. He caught it. It was heads. So Big E is going to be the winner.
Big E defeated Roman Reigns. That's a lot.
So Raw is starting off strong with 1 win immediately. Let's get to women. So
My Raw Women's Champion is Charlotte Flair. She actually defeated Bianca Belair in
And-
like
and
3
she's-
episodes.
yeah, and my SmackDown champion is Becky Lynch.
Still Becky Lynch.
So let's see who is going to win here. Go call it. I said call it. You gotta call it.
Heads.
Okay, so this is a visual thing here. So you gotta call it before it lands on heads. Flip it again and call it.
Heads.
We say call it in the air. We were gonna do an actual coin, but you know.
Heads.
It's okay, Charlotte. I feel like this app you're using is only going to give us heads, but okay. So we have the Intercontinental Champion versus the U.S. Champion. If you remember, the Intercontinental Champion is actually is on. Was that on your show or my show? That was on my show.
Heads your show.
Otis is the Intercontinental Champion, and he is the Intercontinental Champion for SmackDown. And Ricochet is the United States Champion for WWE Raw. So let's call it. Call it in there.
I'm gonna do tails.
You're doing tails? Okay, you must know the algorithm here. Oh, it's heads. Okay, so Otis for the win. So SmackDown gets their first, their first point.
I thought I could go through this whole thing without you even getting one.
So tag champion. So who's the tag champs?
My tag team champions are Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro.
So that's the guys on Raw. So SmackDown is none other than New Day. I mean, greatest tag team in the world ever.
Okay.
So go ahead and call them there.
I'm gonna do tails. Tails.
Oh, you got tails. So
This app is very weird.
So if you're keeping track, Raw is ahead 3 points to 1, and there's only 2 matches left. So one of 2 things can happen. And what we're going to do for the Survivor match is going to go person versus person, and the person will essentially, if Carter picks heads, his person, and if it comes to heads, his person will move on, and then we'll go all the way down through the 5-on-5, and then we'll start eliminating in the next section from there. So let's get started. So for Team Raw, you have Adam Cole, and he's going to go against Randy Orton. And these guys are all in the 5-minute Survivor matches. So let's see who's getting eliminated.
Tails.
So Randy Orton is out. So let's just cross him out.
Baby.
So you have Pete Dunne, and he's going to be going up against Keith Lee. So go ahead and give us a good flip there.
Tails again.
I shouldn't let you call all these.
Tails.
Tails. So Keith Lee's out. So we may have a 1-round Survivor match. It may not go to additional rounds. So come on, let's go. You got Riddle, and we have Kevin Owens representing. You want me to call it? I'm gonna call heads.
Heads.
Came to head. So Riddle's gone. So we will have a 2nd round matchup for these.
Riddle.
So you have Baron Corbin representing Raw, and I have
Edge
Edge
of the table.
representing. Yeah, it's funny to have him and Roman on the same show. And
So who?
you want me to check again? I'm gonna take heads again because it seems like heads is what the apps seem to be. Oh, it's tails. So Edge is out. So you have as your final person in this 5-man Survivor Series is Dominic Mysterio. He's representing Team Raw. And we also have Daniel Bryan, who's representing Team SmackDown.
Who you call?
I'm going to call heads again.
Okay. Heads.
There we go. So Dominic
That's my
Mysterio's
top
out.
dog.
So let's go. So we're going to move on over. So Adam Cole, he's going to go against KO, Kevin Owens. Pete Dunne is going to go against Daniel Bryan. And you still have Baron Corbin here. So it's a 3-on-2 at this point. And if you guys are following, now we're going to have Adam Cole. He's going to go against Kevin Owens. One of these persons will be eliminated. We're going to get a winner here. So go ahead and flip it. I call tails.
Okay. It's tails.
It's tails. Adam Cole's gone. All right. So SmackDown
Heads.
you going heads. Pete Dunne is going to go up against
It's
Daniel
heads.
Bryan. Oh, Daniel Bryan's out. So it's now officially a
So KO.
2-on-1. So
KO,
KO
Baron Corbin.
is going to fight. He's going to go up against Baron Corbin here.
You go first.
I'll call heads. This is it. This may do it. What is it? Hey, so Baron Corbin's out. So we're down to a 1-on-1. So we're down to Pete. This is perfect. Pete Dunne. He's going up against KO. So this is the hold tight. Let's let the momentum build up a little bit. So this right here is going to say these group of individuals are the greatest group of individuals, or either brand, whether it's Raw or whether that's SmackDown. And Carter could possibly go up 4 points for Team Raw to my 1, or I can go from 1 to 2 points, and Carter still has 3, which means the best I could do was tie him if we were to get a win in the women's Survivor. So calling there.
Heads.
It's calling heads.
Yes, heads.
Yes. So Pete Dunne, of all people, Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne
Is the lone survivor here. So Carter's up 4-1. So Team SmackDown is getting smacked down at this point. We are not delivering. The only person that delivered for us is Otis so far, of all people. So Team Raw. So let's look at let's go through, because we should have went through the men for each team, but let's go through the women. So for Team SmackDown, we have Rhea Ripley, Shotzi Blackheart, Asuka, Naomi, and we actually had to go into the free agency pool because I didn't have enough women, and I had to pick up Alexa Bliss. Didn't really want to get it up. So for Team Raw, you have Zelina Vega, Bianca Belair, Brie Bella, Nikki Bella. You got the Bella Twins back in, and Io Shirai. So it should be a pretty good matchup. So we're going to have Zelina Vega, and she's going to go up against Rhea Ripley first. So go ahead and flip that coin. Call in the air.
Tails.
It's calling tails. I'm not sure I can flip this phone up like that, but Zelina's out. Zelina's out. So Rhea's going on. So now we have Bianca Belair. She's going against my Shotzi Blackheart.
Heads.
Oh, it's his. Oh, Shotzi's gone. Okay. All right.
Bye-bye.
So we got Brie Bella, and she's going to be going up against Asuka. It's going to be an easy one.
Tails.
You calling tails? It's going to be heads.
Heads.
We can always get rid of them. She's a weakling anyway. So now we have Nikki Bella. Is that her twin sister?
Yep.
Allegedly. Going up against Naomi.
Tails.
Call it.
Tails.
It's tails. So Naomi's gone. That's pretty even. So now we have Io Shirai, and this will determine who has the advantage going forward. And she's going up against Alexa Bliss, who we pulled out of the scene. We pulled her out of. It's heads.
Heads.
So we pulled Alexa Bliss out of free agency. You know, she went undrafted, and look at her. She's our giving us a little
sneak peek of what she's capable of.
Yep. Asuka and Alexa, and you have Nikki. Cool. Okay. So we're gonna have Bianca Belair. She's going up against Rhea Ripley. You gonna call in there? You want me to call it?
I'll go for heads.
Going heads? It's gonna be tails.
Tails.
There you go. Let's get rid of it. So, all right. So we got Nikki Bella, and she's going up against Asuka. Go ahead and call it. You want me to call it? We'll call heads.
Tails.
It was tails. Ew. Asuka's out of here.
I said it was tails.
All right, so you still only got one. So now you have to have. Now Nikki has to go up against Alexa Bliss. So it is actually 2-1 right now. SmackDown having 2, Raw having 1.
What would you say? I'm not letting you pick them.
What would I say?
Yeah.
I would have my double-headed coin, and I would call heads.
Okay. Heads.
It's gonna be tails.
No.
And Nikki is out, and so we have Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss staying tall.
Alright, you gotta let them fight.
The
Same
women.
as the Soul Survivor. Let them
No,
fight.
it doesn't work that way. A team survives, not doesn't.
Did you
not
see
saying
Alexa
a
Bliss?
person.
She's creepy. Let her fight.
So in this amazing pay-per-view that we have of Survivor Series for 2021, let's just go ahead and recap. So first off, Carter did really well here. He knew when to call heads and when to call tails. So that's what I mean by he did really well. The score was 4-2, so obviously the brand supremacy is at Raw right now. So he had Biggie took the win over Roman Reigns, which
Not surprised.
yeah. Charlotte Flair took the win over Becky Lynch.
Not surprised.
Otis took the win over Ricochet for
Really
Team
surprised.
SmackDown.
Really surprised.
You know, a one sole single competition win. The New Day New Day lost to Shinsuke and
Not
Cesaro.
surprised.
So we had essentially it came down to Pete Dunne and Kevin Owens in the 5-man Survivor, which was some pretty formidable names here, some really good wrestlers, and Pete Dunne prevailed. Pete Dunne.
Not surprised.
I like Pete Dunne a lot, so I'm
Not
okay with that.
surprised.
Is that all you're gonna say? Is not surprised? All right. And then we had it came down to like Nikki Bella of all people, well, really Bianca and Nikki, and they were going against Rhea, Asuka, and Alexa, and they were just unable to, you know,
I'm surprised.
Bianca Belair's out,
Really surprised.
and Nikki, who has been home doing or acting or whatever, she hasn't been active essentially.
Nikki's that
She was-
acting? Wow.
I assume she's doing something. She's not wrestling. She got squashed by Rhea and Alexa Bliss, pretty
No,
much.
I don't think she did.
So that
That wraps us up.
wraps us up. I don't have any trivia this week.
I got a trivia for
Oh,
you.
sure. Let's
Let's
go.
turn the tables.
Let's go.
Name every single woman who cashed in successfully.
I can't do that. Well, I do know Nikki Ash just cashed in. I know Carmella has cashed in.
One more.
Is it only one more? Asuka had the title in the briefcase.
No, it's actually two more. Two more.
So Asuka didn't cash in because the money was in the briefcase. Because
Come
Becky
on, two
Lynch.
more.
Ah, God, did Becky Lynch or somebody cash in?
No, it wasn't Oscar.
Let's just see. So who other women? So Carmel. Is it Naomi?
No, she never won.
No.
Do you want me to tell you all the Money in the Bank winners?
Do you have them all memorized? Because I'm never gonna guess it.
Number one, Carmella.
Okay, we
She
knew
won
Money
twice,
Mella.
but she only
Oh,
cashed
she
in
won.
successfully once.
Okay, I was about to say we knew Money Mella.
Number two, which I'm surprised, was Alexa Bliss successfully.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Number three, Bailey successfully cashed in.
I didn't know that.
She did. Remember Charlotte Flair won 1 second, and then she. Came
Oh, I did know that. Oh, I did know that.
You lost trivia.
So, that was good. I'll have some really difficult trivia for you next time since you wanted.
Bring a challenge.
So Carter is actually he gets to hold both of the titles today because he earned them. Carter 2 belts is he's also a sore winner, as you can see. He likes throwing it in my face that whenever he does win. That's fine. But make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, share with at least 10 people that don't know us. And we gratefully thank you. If you didn't see episode 10, go back and check out episode 10. Go back and check out all the episodes. Please make sure you comment, even if you see the show, if you see snippets of it on Instagram or Facebook, try to get to the YouTube and make sure you comment, like, share. That helps us kind of get noticed. And this is all Carter's, executive producer Carter. So you have
Carter
anything?
2 belts.
You have anything going?
Nope. I'm Carter 2 belts. I got a busy schedule.
All right. Well, Mr. Big Head over here says goodbye, and so does Mr. Humble. And we will see you guys next week.